equipment, specifically DTG equipment, direct to garment printers, and the reason why people are so scared, people are so afraid of direct to garment printers. All right, so it's no secret that direct to garment printing has been around for a while now. And when it first came out, everybody loved the way it looked. Uh, in the chat, you guys can leave, or in the comments rather, because nobody's on right now. You guys can leave how long direct to garment printing has been around. Hey, what's going on, Yvonne? Let me set up a picture in picture
Hi.
with Yvonne, and I'll bring you on in a second, Yvonne. One second. Uh, Let me set this up real fast, guys. Give me a second. Picture in picture. I'll put you here, and I'll put me here, and I'll go here, and then we'll do even separation right here. Then we'll do that. Okay, cool. I'll bring you on in a second, Yvonne. How you doing, Alex, Masai, and Levite? What's going on? So, DTG printing. As a matter of fact, we're gonna get into that in a little while. I don't want to keep our special guests waiting. I'm gonna bring somebody on really fast. Her name is Yvonne Oxley, and I'm gonna let her tell you about her brand and something really, really extraordinary that she's been doing for quite a few years now. And I just wanted to get her on the show and expose her to you guys before she takes her business to the next level because her business is about to blow up. And I want to give her flowers now because eventually she's going to be too busy for the little people. So we got to get her on now, give her flowers now. And I want to be one of the first ones to introduce her to the world before she's in grocery stores and supermarkets and all over the place and I can't get in touch with her. But she's also a member of the channel, a paid member of the channel, and we talk every Fridays in our group chats. But without further ado, let me bring on Yvonne Oxley and Comfort. I don't want to
Zone.
mess it up, but
Comfort
I'll
zone.
Comfort Zone soaps, and I
LLC.
don't want to mess it up. So let me bring on Yvonne. Yvonne, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you
You're
agreeing to
welcome.
come on. And I've been hearing a bunch of great stuff about your product.
Mhm.
You've been interviewed several times. You've got several mentions over the years. People have talked about your product. You go to many different events, and your soaps have created a following. So, can you tell us and the viewers about exactly what you're doing and what makes your product special as opposed to other products?
Well, Comfort Zone LLC, that's the name of the company. And I've been making soap now for this October will be 14 years.
Wow.
Um, so we've been in business. It's just one man show for now. But it started out as
Sorry, I had to later
it
pause. Later
started out
pause.
of a necessity. My son had really bad eczema, and after doing my research, I found out that the soaps that are sold in stores are
Hmm.
nothing but detergent bars. So if you have sensitive skin, anything like that, it's going to do damage to your biggest organ, which is your skin. So I bought soap online and tried it, and it worked wonders because when we went to the dermatologist, we
Hmm.
were told that the steroid cream is going to eventually thin out his skin. Really? No, we don't want that.
Exactly.
So I did my research and looked for natural products, and that's how, I think 6 months later, I was like, I'm gonna try to make soap. Come up with my own recipe and try to make soap. Try to use the ingredients I knew would help his skin.
Now, I don't
And
want you to get into any details. We're not going to be divulging any ingredients or anything like that. But what I do want to ask you is how difficult was it for you to find the ingredients and to concoct the ingredients to really, and how much research did you have to do to create something like that can have such an impact on people's skin?
I dived in like I do with everything
Mm,
and watched other creators online, but I also tried to find the oils and things that would be beneficial to your skin. It's not hard. Found out that there are suppliers to soap makers, and you can get your items in bulk. So, are you still there, Alan?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you can
Mhm.
get your items in bulk from these suppliers. So not going to Stop and Shop or like ShopRite or whatever to buy your stuff. Online suppliers supply to other soap makers, or if you're making other products also. So it wasn't hard at all. The research, I researched it for about maybe 6 months, and then my family, they were the guinea pigs,
Mhm.
and they tried the soap, and they're like they loved it, and to this day, they still purchase their bars. They get a family discount, but they still they use this soap. They also saw the benefits of using natural soap.
Awesome. Now, what caught my attention is not only the fact that you showed me like the articles that people have written up over on you on your product over the years, but recently, how did what's going on with my light? Okay, Jesus, this light right here is doing its own thing. Sorry guys, technical difficulties happens. It happens. Oh man, this is not the first time this light is doing this either. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna continue on. Jeez Louise. This is always action packed when it comes to my live streams. Always, always the thing. But I didn't lose my train of thought. Just give me a second here, guys. This is real time
Mhm.
action right here. Levi's laughing at me. This happens, guys. Especially when you got fancy lights, but fancy lights do their own thing. I think something triggers this. I'm not. Jesus. Give me a second, guys. 5 seconds. Yvonne, take it over. Give me a second.
Yeah, so when I do shows and everything, it's good to like educate people who aren't really into natural
All right.
soap, and it's just a blessing.
Okay. Good. So, um, yeah, what caught my attention was not only the fact that people have raved over your product for years, but I saw something recently where a couple was on their podcast platform and they were talking about the benefits of your soaps and what a difference it made. And I think it was it correct me if I'm wrong. Was it their kids' skin or was it their skin? It was recently. It was a black couple that was talking about your soap.
I
Okay,
don't know.
let me
Mhm.
see if I can find this. 1 second. 1 second. It might be in my feed. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It was on their podcast. Uh, Yvonne Oxley's Comfort Zone natural soaps are sweet smell and a work of art in every bar. Uh, no, this is a write up on you. Right, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay. Anyway, but first, do you have a sample that you can show us real fast? Because you not only make your soaps in a unique way with ingredients that are good for us, but you also have a certain thing, a certain way of crafting them that make them look good. Do you have any close by that you can
yes.
grab and show the
Hold on a
people?
second.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
One,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. So yeah, I was trying to find this interview that somebody did recently on their podcast to show you guys uh, how they were talking about her soaps. And the reason why I decided to bring her on is because I think it's inspiring, and I think that like we need to see more things like this, and it helps us think outside of the box, and it helps us not only it helps us kind of like try to step away from what everybody's doing. You can take some motivation from what somebody else is doing, but you really want to kind of make things your own in order to stand out, right? Instead of just doing the regular and doing what everybody's doing. And in this industry, people tend to just, you know, hop on a bandwagon or do whatever's trendy in order to make some money. But I encourage you guys to not only look at what other people are doing, but also figure out ways that you can make it your own so it's not so boring, so to speak. So it's not, so the industry doesn't get so saturated with the same thing. And I think right now in the industry, we're suffering from a lot of saturation and not a lot of originality in the chat. Do you feel what I'm saying, guys, in the chat? But here's Yvonne back. What you got for us,
Mhm.
Yvonne?
This is one of my bars.
It just looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like I want to eat it. It looks
Yes.
edible. It
So
looks like it.
people kept saying that. So I put it
Jeez.
on my sign. It's on my banner at my show. Looks good enough to eat.
Can you give it a spin around?
So, so
That is awesome.
my
Look at that.
bars are cut a little thicker than most people
Mm-hmm.
make. It's an inch and a half, and they weigh almost 6 ounces.
Wow.
And this is called Grown and Sexy.
It looks like ice cream almost.
Yeah. And then I've incorporated stamp each bar with my
Hmm.
logo
Okay.
when they're ready.
That is awesome. Now,
And then I sculpt the
okay.
top of each bar. Because when I first started, I had a flat top soap,
Yeah.
and I went to a show and I kind of looked like everyone else there, and
Exactly.
I was
That's
like,
exactly what I'm talking
nah,
about.
that's not it. Yeah, I was like, this is not it. So over the years, I've implemented things that make our booth stand out, our brand stand out. So it's like it invites you in.
Mm-hmm.
I have the booth set up where you want to come in because you feel like you're entering your comfort zone.
I like that.
Or yeah, or it's just like you're about to enter a spa or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've seen your
And then
setup. It's very you put some thought into it and it looks inviting and it looks exactly
mm,
like you said, like a comfort zone. And that's like
mm,
I have to take a page out of your book when it comes to decor because I'm not really good at decorating. So I'm trying to like step my game up, especially in the studio and stuff like that. It has its own vibe and people are impressed when they walk in, but there's no kind of like ambience to it, if you will. But I'm taking some pages, taking some notes here. Mhm.
mm.
So
So it's
what? How did you come up with that design? Did you just kind of like freestyle?
freestyle. Over the years, this is done. This is I do this with a chopstick. I
Okay,
just
you're
swirl up
giving
the
away
colors
secrets.
with
Don't tell them too much. Don't tell them too
no,
much.
it's all on the internet.
Okay, okay.
Um, but a lot of the bars, the top selling bars, don't really have any designs. My top selling bar's oatmeal is just the natural color of the soap. It's the ingredients that actually sell that bar.
Now you told me recently that correct me if I'm wrong. You went to an event or something to that effect, and you had regular bars, and people were looking for your shaped bars. Explain to me what happened. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
What it is that I recent not well not recent, it's probably last year. I had a vendor who wanted like my oatmeal bars,
Mm-hmm.
but they wanted them mass produced. These tops cannot be done mass produced.
Right.
So I got a manufacturer and sent them the had them sign an NDA or whatever and had them recreate my oatmeal bars, and it just had the flat top, and they came back with this is not what we want. This is Where's the oatmeal? Where, where's the sculpting? And
Right.
yeah, so I wasn't able to work with them with that. I can't do 500 bars like that
Yeah.
alone.
That's a good
Yeah.
lesson for us because a lot of the times, like in order to scale up, you have to kind of like uh, mass produce things. And as we discussed before, Yvonne, like in order to sometimes when you mass produce things, you compromise the quality of your actual
Hmm.
product. And that's something to think about when it comes to scaling. And we talk about this a lot. How can you scale when you are the one that's in the lab, so to speak, putting a product together, right? And that's something that we should all be thinking about, especially if we want to take our businesses to the next level and we don't want to be the one that's doing the labor all the time. You got to think about scaling up. You got to think about, okay, how do I grow this, right? So, in Yvonne's case, you're the one that's making the soaps, you're the one that's mixing ingredients, and you're the one that knows how to use those chopsticks to make it look a certain way. And she was trying to, elevate the business and grow the business. Went to manufacturer and they couldn't get it quite right. So that's one hurdle that we're all going to have to cross if we want to scale our business. What's your take on that, Yvonne?
It definitely, I definitely see it because over the past couple of months, I probably say the last year, a lot of the little jobs that um, I can outsource and have someone come over and do is much, it's much needed and it's most helpful because
Mhm.
then I can concentrate more on the soap making because it is a little dangerous to do it and
Dangerous. How
it
so?
has to be precise because to make soap you have to work with lye. So I have to wear goggles and I have to wear gloves.
Okay. So explain
That's
explain
how
to
you
me
make
like I
soap.
have no idea what lie is. Explain to
Lye, most women know what lye is because it's what's used in your relaxers. That burns.
okay.
But the whole process of making soap, you have to combine the lye with oils. And after you combine it, the lye is no longer in the soap.
Hmm.
So it's not something, but if you're not making it correctly, it can burn your skin.
So what is the
If you,
lie when you mix the other ingredients in it like dissipates or lessens or how does it
yeah, it's called saponification. So once you
saponification?
mix the oil, yeah, once you
These
mix the oil,
words.
once you, it's to the point
Gotta give
when I
you
type that word,
gotta give you a round of applause
spell
for
check, I'm like,
saponification.
"What the word?" Yeah, so it's called saponification, and once you mix the lye with the oils, it that process it heats up the soap in the mold. It gets to almost 300 degrees,
Wow.
and then it builds itself from the inside out. And
Hmm.
I can cut my bars then after 48 hours. I cut them, and then I have to slice them up like this, and they have to dry out for 6 weeks.
So wait, this is a process. It's not just like you make the soaps and then you
Oh,
sell the soaps. You make the soaps and they have to sit.
yeah.
Wow.
So I make the soaps with either milk, wine, beer, distilled water, and that drying process is getting rid of that ingredient, whatever liquid I use to make the soap.
So what are the benefits of buying a soap that has beer in the ingredients?
A lot of that is beer is actually good for your skin, the hops and everything that's in it, but it's best for your hair.
Okay.
Yep,
I
beer.
believe you.
Yeah.
What do I got to do to
Yes,
get my hair to go
and
dark
that
again? You got
yeah, I
any
don't know
soap
about
for
that
that?
one. Yeah, but it's
Should I
beer
go to soap?
is good. It's a process with using the soap to using beer to make the soap. You have to have it go flat
Okay.
before you make it. So you either boil it or you leave it out for a couple of days.
Okay. What are some other like odd ingredients that are in some of your soaps?
Goat's milk. Goat's milk is similar to the secretion your skin makes.
Like sweat?
And yeah, no. Yeah, well, no, not sweat. Like your skin secretes even if you're not sweating. Yep, it does. So that so goat's milk is similar to that, so it's very moisturizing for your
Okay.
skin. It's good to drink, but
Goat's
it's
milk
also
secretion.
moisturizing. Yes, goat's milk is really is a really popular ingredient that a lot of soap makers use. That's one of the soaps though that I couldn't send to Tabitha Brown because she's vegan. So
Oh, okay. Get it. Got it. Got it.
I
Got it.
couldn't send that one.
Okay.
But goat's milk, yes. Activated charcoal is an ingredient that attracts itself to oil. So I have a bar that's all activated charcoal. I
Now,
use it to wash.
when you say activated charcoal, I'm thinking like charcoal that you lit before and then.
Yep. Yep.
So explain that process.
It's
Oh no.
they sell it.
Or
They sell the ash, the
okay.
activated
Okay.
charcoal, the ash.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So, but it's also a lot of people don't know it's a supplement. They sell it in CVS or whatever. It helps with digestion. So you can buy the capsules and take as a supplement.
You can buy
Activated
old
charcoal.
barbecue charcoal ash.
No, no, it's not that.
Why? I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Same concept. Yes, yes, yes. Because
Well, I mean, why not get it with the
charcoal,
barbecue sauce? It'll
like,
taste better, right? You know,
like when
little
you
burger
ingest
grease in there.
poison, when you ingest poison and you go to the hospital, they give you a charcoal slurry because it attracts
Slurry or
itself to the
flurry?
slurry.
Slurry.
They give
Okay.
you that to drink. Yeah,
I've never experienced that.
right. You don't want to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but activated charcoal, so because it attracts itself to oil, when you washing your skin with that or your face, if you're prone to acne with oil, that helps your skin.
Okay. So it gets the toxins. It draws the toxins
Yeah,
out of your skin.
right. So you see a lot of people in their you can actually see their pores. A lot of times it's full with dirt. And if you can get rid of the dirt that's in your pores, that means you have a healthier looking skin.
Now, did you have to like? Did you go to like med school or something like that?
Nope,
It sounds
nope.
intense.
Research, YouTube University.
So, guys, if you're thinking about getting into the soap business, it's very involved. It's not like
Yeah.
buying a printer and printing an image on a shirt and going outside and selling it. It's a lot more involved. A lot more
Yeah,
involved.
and unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are making soap who didn't do their research, and then I will get those kind of customers at the booth. They're like, "Well, I tried the soap before and it washed away." So either that person doesn't have a great recipe, or that
Mm,
person didn't wait that 6 weeks for the soap to get hard. Because
interesting.
this is not even ready yet. This has another 2 weeks to go.
So, like, when you put your soaps to dry, do you like put a date like next to that
Yeah.
batch?
Yeah. I used to do that, but what I do now is I post on Instagram. So when I post on Instagram, it shows me the date.
Can
So
we
I know right off.
can you
Yeah.
tell everybody what your Instagram is? Do you mind?
It's Comfort Zone Soaps, and that's with a K.
K for comfort. Somebody
KOM.
please type that in the chat. Comfort with a K. Is there a
Mm-hmm.
dash, a hyphen or anything?
Nope. Nope. Comfort Zone Soap. No
Comfort
S.
Zone Soap with a
Soap.
P
Yeah.
on
It used to
Instagram.
be soap, and I was hacked, so I had to start all over.
Oh, geez. Is that page still open? You see it?
No, they tried to get me to pay for it to get it back.
It's hackers.
Instagram was no help, and
Jeez.
this was like 3 years ago. I was at maybe 10,000 followers, and
Ouch.
then I woke up one morning and it was gone.
Did you like
So
click
I
on
started
something?
all over.
How'd they get
Huh?
how'd they get access to it? You had to have clicked on
The
something.
thing about it is that, I didn't know at the time you need two-factor notification on
Verification.
anything that you have. And
Yeah.
I always tell people, put on the two-factor notification. They still trying to get into the account because I will get the messages. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that on my account, knew nothing about it. And
Mm.
they were able to go in, change my password, have the email come to them, and then they got into the account.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna go to your website and show everybody your website. Can you please tell me what your website is so I can type it in my computer?
Comfort-zone.net.
Comfort-zone.net. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and browse Yvonne's site right here, comfort-zone.net. You see this delicious looking soap right here. All right, we want to support our own. Yvonne, how
Mhm.
long does this turmeric sea moss unscented soap last if somebody was to buy one? How long does that last?
It depends how you're using it. if you're using
every
a
day
washcloth,
with a
yeah,
washcloth. Yeah.
washcloth, loofah, whatever, not just in the bathroom with the soap running under the water,
Right.
that's worse. But it lasts the same amount as regular soap
As
because
regular.
I let it dry out for 6 weeks.
Okay.
So
Okay. So
a soap for just me will last me maybe 2, 3 weeks.
that adds to the longevity.
Yes.
Man, let me
And
tell you
letting
something.
it dry on the soap dish.
This look like cake mixed with gold.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
patchouli lime. That's a pre-order.
Patchouli.
Patchouli.
Yes, because I just recently had to make all of these soaps because they sold out.
That looks like cake.
Yes.
You got to put a warning on your stuff, Yvonne. I think you might get sued. I'm concerned. This stuff looks delicious. In the chat, does these soaps look delicious? I mean, look at this one. It looks edible. It looks edible.
Yeah. That's
This
Love
looks edible right
Jones.
here. So guys,
Yeah.
comfort-zone.net if you guys want to shop with Yvonne. She has lotions and body scrubs, but the specialty is, am I correct by saying the specialty is your soaps?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
That's the star. And
Oh,
then
you even
everything
got
else
beard
is
oils. When my
yes.
beard gets a little bigger, I can, got to get my just started
You
growing it
need
in
the beard
again.
oil to make it get bigger.
Okay, because that helps lubricate it, right?
Right? But I use oils that promote hair growth. So it's
Mm,
jojoba oil in there, argan oil, and hemp seed oil. Those
okay.
all help with hair growth. I use the beard oil in my hair. Yeah.
You use the beard, okay? Because you have locks,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Hmm.
okay, cool. Well, Yvonne, listen,
Hmm.
we appreciate all your insight. I appreciate all that you're doing with your products. I wish you much success in the future. We're still checking out. This is ridiculous, Yvonne. You got to put a warning label on this stuff. It looks like cake. It really does. Somebody's gonna try to eat
Beach.
this. Brandon's Beach. This looks like cake.
Right. This
It's
is
making me
Brandon
hungry to
Beach.
be honest. And this right here looks like fudge. It's turmeric
And
ginger.
that's turmeric. That's turmeric. So
Oh
that's
my
good for
jeez.
hyperpigmentation, the
Okay.
turmeric water.
And we all know the turmeric is good for us. So,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's sea
sea
moss.
moss, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that.
Right.
That's good for us right there.
Mm-hmm.
And look at this delicious looking stuff right here.
This is the soap that Shonda posted.
Okay. That looks delicious too. It looks like
Yeah.
icing. Looks like ice
Mm-hmm.
cream. Jeez. Yvonne, your stuff looks amazing. Stuff looks
Thank you.
beautiful. The presentation is amazing. The packaging, I didn't show any of your packaging. Your packaging is outstanding. Very top tier stuff and something awesome that we should all aspire our products to look like and to grow to your level. And congratulations. I wish you much more success.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for coming
Thank
on
you.
the show, Yvonne. Everybody give Yvonne a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Alex.
For sure, for sure.
Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to hold up any of your time. All right, have a good day. Thank you for coming on, Yvonne.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. So that was Yvonne Oxley from Comfort Zone Soaps. Like I said, she's a member of the channel, and we talk on a weekly basis. And I've always known about her soaps, but it seems like she's just getting more and more traction, and I think it's amazing, and I'm proud of her. And I just wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys can get inspired as well as patronize her business, especially if you're into that type of stuff that smells good. You could even get that stuff and use it as a decorative piece in your guest bathroom or something like that. I think it's something dope. And it has a story behind it. And you know who the owner of it is. You don't know who Dove is, right? So, patronize each other's, guys. And maybe I can have you guys on here soon. Okay, so back to what I want to talk about originally. I was in the studio today and I made some shirts, some DTG shirts. They came out amazing. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys will see when I was printing this stuff. It came out amazing. And there's this thing with DTG, right? A lot of people are afraid of DTG, direct to garment printing. And rightfully so, because the printers are the most highest maintenance printers in the industry. When they came out, I could only dream of having one. But I had the privilege of getting my first DTG from OfferUp, if you guys know that website or that application. I had my privilege of getting my first one for $4,500. For those of you guys who did not see that video, you should go check it out. Let me see if I can bring it up for you. A-Dubb Productions, $4,500 DTG. I make a video about everything. All right, here's one right here. It is right here. So, boom. You guys can see right here. I purchased a DTG printer from OfferUp for $4,500. This was like 2 years ago. YouTube is kind of weird because I swear this video is older than 2 years ago. Because I know I've had my DTG printers for at least 4 years. YouTube is weird with the timelines. But yeah, anyway, I purchased it for $4,500 and I lucked up, had a few minor things that I had to not get fixed, but pretty much, yeah, I guess kind of get fixed but the guy, it had never had ink ran through it. I think it was one of those cases where it probably was a faulty unit, but I was lucky enough that it was still under warranty. So the company Ricoh worked with me. This is around the time when Ricoma was selling them, as a matter of fact. So Ricoma went through Ricoh and we were able to get mine resolved. And since then I've been using it like crazy. And then I got a second one. So I have two of them in the studio. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about it is because this is another resource that I have available to me that I wasn't fully taking advantage of because of how the DTF printer took over my business. I can't stress that to you guys enough. Before I got the DTF printer, I was really, really heavy into embroidery. And I'm still heavy into embroidery. Embroidery is still my favorite. It's always going to be my favorite, right? But when I got that DTF printer, like, it's so lucrative. And I said it before and I'm going to keep on saying it. I love the fact that it helps other people make money while you're making money. And that's the thing that I really, really love about DTF printing. I think I said DTF before, right? But you guys know what I'm saying. DTF printing. I loved that about DTF printing. So I got really ingrained with it. And even now to this day, people just want DTFs, especially because it's the lowest costing thing that you can get and still make money for yourself, right? So since the DTF printer is down and I still have things that I need to do, right, for customers, like just now, actually, somebody contacted me, like literally before I got on this live and said they needed 30 shirts by tomorrow, but I can't because tomorrow, join me guys. I'm going to Uninet's headquarters to receive some special top secret training on the white toner transfer printer so I can show you guys some intricate stuff and some stuff that's not traditionally shown relative to the white toner transfer printer. Specifically the Uninet iColor 650. That's the one that I have. That's the one that I recommend that you guys get if you're interested. But I just want to display all the different things that you can do with that specific printer because nobody has really shown it to its full potential. And I got a question the other day, as a matter of fact, saying, how long does a white toner transfer printer shirt last? And to be honest, that's kind of like a loaded question, and I'll tell you why. To me, they last long, but I will say it depends on the print, right? White toner transfer printing is best used when your image is rasterized properly. Most people that want to print DTFs or white toner transfer DTFs will not know how to rasterize the image properly, right? And with rasterization, you put holes in your actual print. And when you put holes in the print, it makes the print more breathable. So this is all going to make sense. Just I'm trying to break it down for you guys so you guys understand. So if somebody just prints a regular print, white toner transfer printing, DTF included, it's just a solid block of ink, or in white toner's purpose, it's a white, it's a solid blotch of toner, right? But it's essentially, after it does its thing through the white toner transfer, a blotch of ink, right? On the, or whatever. What do you call toner after it comes out of the toner and it's on the film and you add the glue and you put it on? I don't know. It's a solid white piece of thing. But if you rasterize it properly and you put holes in that toner, that ink, then when you transfer it over, right, it has holes where if the shirt is dark and the image has dark in it, you've taken away the dark from the image, so it has holes where the dark part would normally be. So the shirt takes that place, and then when you put it through the wash, the water is not just going up against something that's solid, right? The water is passing through it, therefore giving it a little bit more longevity. So that's why I said it's a loaded question if somebody asks, how long does a white toner transfer shirt last, right? I've had shirts that lasted years, right? But that's my son calling me. But it all depends on if your image is rasterized properly. Let's see. JC Production says, "Hey Dubb, how are you? Hope things are going well." Let me put that on the screen if I can. How are you? Hope things are going well. Truly wish that you enjoyed your Miami. Scrolling by. If you, it would be amazing if you could do a nonprofit called Shake a Leg Miami, less than 4 miles away. Yeah. So go to a nonprofit called Shake a Leg Miami. Okay. I mean, we could probably arrange something, but yeah, we'd have to arrange and we'd have to talk about it because, I don't go to different places and go to areas that I'm not familiar with, but that's something that we can discuss. And if I have time, I'll tell you, when I go to Deco Summit, it literally just allows for me to get there. I get there that morning, or in this case, I got there the day before because they wanted to do an interview with me the day before. And then the next day was the Deco Summit. And then I actually left before Deco Summit was over. So I literally had no time to do anything. My best friend, shout out to Otis Woodridge. What's up, man? Sorry I couldn't see you this time. But my best friend lives in Miami, and we tried to coordinate to meet 3 different days, and we weren't able to. So I literally have no time to do anything else when I'm in Miami. And for Deco Summit specifically. So like, I don't know how we would arrange that or how I could even do that. And when I'm down there, while I was down there, my business is suffering because I'm not able to fulfill orders, right? So it's kind of tough. So, but I'm quite sure we can figure something out. So you guys, you gotta get in touch with me offline and we can see what's up. Yeah. Halftone rasterization is definitely a must with white toner. Stubborn Bull Custom says definitely. And knockout black / color, yes, definitely. And that's what's gonna give you your longevity with white toner prints. But when I get up to Uninet tomorrow, up to iColor and their workspace. Last time I was there, I showed you guys some images that were done using the white toner method, and I was amazed by the stuff that they had displayed on their wall. But this time, I'll try to get more up close and personal so that you guys can really see the stuff, so you guys can like really take it in, right? And I didn't fully ingest the information that I should have when they were teaching rasterization. I tried to record it and I tried to listen and ingest at the same time. And that's really not how you want to learn things. You want to learn things by paying attention and really, letting it sink in, but also being as though I record footage. I was trying to do both at the same time, and I just missed it. The key parts that I wanted, I didn't capture correctly because I was trying to pay attention. And because I was trying to pay attention, I got it and then I forgot it. And then I went to go look at the video and it was just a hot mess. But hopefully I have that opportunity again tomorrow so I can really ingest it and really it could really sink in. I've made a rasterization tutorial, as a matter of fact, but it wasn't as in depth as how they showed it to us the last time I was at the iColor facility. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have something like that, and they'll be able to set something up like that for us. So yeah. So DTG, right? I want to get somebody on that has currently a DTG printer, but she didn't respond, so I don't think she'll be joining the live today. But basically, these DTG printers are intricate, and if you're thinking about getting one, I'm not discouraging you from getting one, but I just want everybody to know what they're getting into, because it is a lot of maintenance, especially if it's your first printer and you don't have any experience with printers. But if you are somebody who's going to be selling shirts and who's going to consistently use the printer and is not afraid of the maintenance involved with it, then go for it. But if you're somebody that's going to lack and can kind of be laid back on the maintenance, then you're going to end up with a paperweight, as they would say, or you're going to be a disgruntled customer. And there is a lot of disgruntled DTG printer owners online, as you guys have seen. But the truth is, and that's what I want to get to, the truth is, if your device was working and over a course of time it's not working, most likely it's your fault. And that's the hard truth that most people will not tell you. They'll complain, they'll tell you a roundabout story, but they won't admit that the reason why their printers are down or their printer stopped working is because of something that they did. All right, fast forward to the DTF printer. My fault. I got the part, came home from Deco Summit, installed the part, metal plate at the bottom, went to print, it wouldn't print. Obviously, because it was sitting for like a week and a half, right? So I tried to flush, run the ink through the lines. And what I should have done was just go ahead and send some stuff to print and let it print, let the ink work its way through our system. But for some reason, I'm like, okay, let me take the dampeners off and let me get one of those tubes and let me put it on each dampener and shoot some cleaning solution through the print head to make sure the print heads aren't clogged. And the print heads weren't clogged after I did it. But while I was doing it, somehow as I was pushing down with the syringe and the tube, one of the tubes came disconnected from the syringe and cleaning solution splattered like kind of all over the place. So when I put everything back together, after I had pushed cleaning solution through all the heads and all the heads were squirting cleaning solution, I saw that they were clear. They were misting, because you want to mist, not a squirt, right? But pause. Unpause. Whatever. Anyway, I got an error on the screen that said abnormal print head. And that was an error that I had not seen prior to me doing that, just like about 10 minutes prior. So when I get on the phone with Racoma says that most likely I got one of the cables wet, and that cable should be in Friday. So prime example of things that people will not admit when they're complaining about their equipment and they are mad at companies and stuff like that. We never want to accept responsibility and put the blame on ourselves. But the harsh reality is, in most cases, not all cases, because sometimes you can get some faulty equipment, but in most cases, in DTG's cases, and in a lot of DTF's cases, when a print head gets clogged, it's because of something that you did not do or something that you did do when a print head gets clogged. Because a print head doesn't go from being brand new and unclogged to clogged, right? Something had to have happened. You don't go from printing to not printing. Something had to have happened, right? So, yeah, I want to bring somebody on so she can tell you what happened with her printer, and we can kind of like rationalize through it and try to figure out exactly what happened so that we can get some clarity. But I don't know. I don't want to, make anybody feel bad either. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. But if anybody ever wants to jump online and talk about their situation and is willing to talk honestly and transparently about their situation, I'm more than willing to talk about it. So JC Production says, "Hey, Alan, I'm headed to Racoma's open house this weekend, starting to sell a print and sew combo, and I think you should encourage everyone to buy it. Have you bought it yourself?" Print and sew combo. JC Productions, what's the print and sew combo? You mean the embroidery and print combo? Yeah, I showed that yesterday on the channel, and I'll bring it up again so you guys can see on Racoma's website the crazy deal that they have right now. I'll bring it up again. Racoma.com. Got this ridiculous deal. Still expensive, but this is the least expensive you're going to get this combo. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get a 2-head for whatever the price of the 2-head is and get a free DTG printer, or you get a single head and you get a free white toner transfer printer. These deals are freaking amazing. These deals are crazy. Like, you buy a 2-head and you get a free direct to garment printer. That's like a total business. There's nothing that you can't do, right? So sometimes people get embroidery, but they can't print. Or sometimes you might buy a DTG, but you can't embroider. You get both of them for the price of one of them. And same thing here. You get embroidery and you get printing. In this case, it's white toner, but sometimes you get a white toner and you don't have an embroidery machine. So you can buy the embroidery machine and get the white toner free, or buy the 2-head embroidery machine and get the DTG free. That's a crazy deal, guys. That's a crazy deal. But I know, like, right now, people are holding on to their money and stuff is tight. So just be careful when you make your stuff. Here's Jazz right here. Let me see if Jazz can come on. Let me see. Sorry, just seeing your message. I've been sewing, laugh out loud. Let me see if she wants to jump on. You want to jump on? And you a video link. What's your email? Let's see if she jumps on, guys. But meanwhile, let's read some more comments. Where they at? Where's who at? Sorry, I missed. Oh, they're in upstate New York. They're Union is upstate New York. Looking forward to the video on the iColor 650 because I'm interested in seeing what it can print on. All right. JC says, what's your view on thoughts about the unit at DTF machines? So many companies are doing DTF now. Do you feel that you Uninet, you put Unanet as the leader of white toner. This is what I think about Uninet. I think that Uninet is extremely good at white toner. As a matter of fact, I think Uninet, if I'm not correct, owns white toner. She says, no, I'm exhausted. Laugh out loud next time. So Jazz will not be joining us today. But I want to interview her too, because she sews and she does some really, really nice clothes that you guys should check out. But anyway, Uninet is really, really good at white toner transfer printing. I can only go based off my experiences, but I do know somebody who has, I know several people who have Uninet DTF printers and they run fine, but my DTF printer that I had from Uninet did not run fine. And I can't blame that on Uninet. I don't know what I'm blaming it on. I'm blaming it on partially myself, but partially on the printer that I got or my lack of experience, because something went wrong. And I can't blame it on Uninet because they tried to help me, but it just didn't work out. Sometimes things just don't work out. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there are other people with that printer that are using it. So if there are other people with the same printer that I have that's using it, but my experience didn't necessarily go according to plan, it's just a thing, man. Sometimes things don't go right, and that's just part of the game. That's just the gamble that you take when you purchase this equipment. It's like everybody's not going to have the same experience, but I'm not going to sit here and bash the company because I understand that. And I'm looking at these videos and I'm looking at these people with these different equipment, and I'm like, well, theirs is working, so I can't say that it doesn't work. It just didn't work for me. I don't know, but I got another one. I got a different one, and a Racoma one. You guys saw what I was doing with that, but then I kind of screwed that up too. So now we're trying to rectify it so we can get back up and running. And it's killing me, guys. It's killing me. Trust me. All my customers are going to different places. But right now, only thing I could do is work at it, try to get it up and running, and try to contact people that were previously patronizing my business and try to win them back some type of way. But hopefully you guys are watching this video and you hang in there and you guys come back when I'm up and running again. But it's not somewhere you want to be. And that's exactly why I want to kind of go and learn how to fix the equipment so that I can kind of be a technician myself, not only so my business can stay up and running, but also so I can maybe help other people also. So, yeah. So that's what I think about Uninet. I think they're a great company, and I think companies should focus when it comes to white toner transfer printing. Shop nowhere else but Uninet. That's what I say. And there's no harm in shopping with the company that you're familiar with. So if Uninet is the company that you're familiar with, I'm making up my own words. If Uninet is the company that you're familiar with, then by all means get your DTF from them. But it all doesn't matter. What matters, guys, and I'm going to keep on emphasizing this in every video moving forward. What matters is that you take full advantage of the equipment that you have and you start utilizing that equipment to make money and stop focus. Because it's real easy to get sidetracked because let's face it, we all love these new toys. We all love this equipment. We all love, a nice new laser printer came out. A nice DTF look at that feature on that. Look at the screen on that embroidery machine. But what really matters is are you making any money? Are you selling any product? So we got to start focusing on what's important as opposed to what's just online entertainment or what really doesn't matter, right? So we're trying to get ahead, so we got to focus on making money, right? So custom baler balloons are profitable. Custom Mylar balloons are profitable. I heard at least $15 per balloon. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, because how do you print on the Mylar? Is that sublimation? Stephen Lamar 81. Is that sublimation? How do you print on the Mylar balloons? Did not know DTF printers. Yeah, I've had quite a few of them, but Levite's laughing at me. He likes to laugh at me. It's cool. Getting a brand new DTF machine from Racoma. No, I'm not going to get a brand new machine from Racoma. I'm going to repair the machine that I have. Racoma states that you put the machine in way mode for vacation and you come back and you can start printing and clearly. Yeah, well, I had some other issues with mine. A part was broken for me applying too much pressure. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Also, with those white toners, don't limit to teas. Have hard surface papers, stickers, tattoos, some cool effects, metallic toners, and some other things as well. Yep, definitely, definitely. You are a master. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, that wasn't the issue with my printer. The issue with my printer before I went away, I had a broken plate on my printer, and I got a replacement plate which was metal, and I replaced it. And when I replaced it, I screwed some other stuff up. Like I said, you guys can rewind the video for that. Um, it's many great companies. I think it's better for us, better machines in the future as the technology grows. Definitely, definitely Stubborn Bull Customs. The technology is only going to get better, and as it gets better and as it gets more less likely for print heads to clog, that's when some people might want to jump in. But still, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody because you know it's a great opportunity to make extra money on the side. But if you're not, that's where if you're passionate and if you're willing to take the time to take care of customers and stuff like that, some businesses are gonna like thrive more than others. So yeah, something to think about. Um, Maximus P says, "Hey Dub, what can you say about the Melco 16X? Is it fast? Do you know anything about it? Can you put some light onto that?" Maximus. All right. This is why I'm smiling, guys. All right. Allow me to say something real fast, guys. This is an embroidery channel, right? This is just my opinion. This is my observation, right? It seems to me like Maximus, I'm not saying that this is you, but this is what it seems like to me. And it's my channel. I'm going to voice my opinion. It seems to me that other companies come on here just to get a mention about their machine. Maximus, you know darn well I've never used a Melco. You've never seen a Melco on this channel. And hence why you said, do you know anything about it? Can you put some light onto that? I've never used it. I don't use it. I don't have a Melco. And I always say that I don't talk about equipment that I don't have and I don't use because I have no valid opinion. I'm not one of those people that are going to sit here and tell you, yeah, that's a good machine, that's a bad machine. And I've never used a machine. The only thing I know about Melcos, and the one reason why I did not go with a Melco machine is because in my opinion, it's not a complete embroidery machine because it has no brain. What do I mean by that? You cannot take a Melco, put a file into it, and embroider with a Melco. A Melco has to be joined, has to be accompanied by an actual computer that has the brain and thinking capacity to tell the Melco what to do. The Melco is a half embroidery machine. It's a hybrid, if you will, in my opinion, right? I can take my Racoma or any other machine, right? For anybody else who has an embroidery machine, you can take your machine by itself, go plug it up somewhere, put a file into it and embroider. You can't do that with a Melco. To the best of my knowledge, you need a computer to plug into your Melco to get it to work. So that's the only thing I know about Melcos. I know nothing else. So yeah. Okay. So are you happy I mentioned Melco? I think a lot of companies come into the comments just to hear me say something about their machines, even if it's negative publicity. I guess they believe any publicity is publicity. So yeah, I'm not gonna address this again because it was either you or somebody else that always mentions, what do you think about the? I just answered this yesterday in the comments. I just typed this to you. Anyway, Unionet over Omni. Definitely, I agree with that statement. Unionet over Omni. For what I've seen when it comes to support, and support is a huge thing when it comes to these DTF machines. Definitely, I would say Unionet over Omni 100%. Yeah. So that was Stubborn Bull's comment. Petra G. As kids, it was an action figure. As an adult, now it's what's the equipment next? The next piece of equipment is the chenille machine. That's the next hottest thing, baby. That Racoma chenille machine, off the chain. Listen, specialty item. But the only thing about my only reservation is, how do you scale that? Because in order to scale and produce more chenille, you need another chenille machine. Because if somebody comes to you and orders 100 chenille patches, and each patch takes 25 minutes to embroider out, you got a problem. How do you pump out volume with that? So that was my determining factor and why I did not go with the chenille when I purchased my second two head. Yeah. So, but the next one, I don't know, man. If business starts to pick back up the way I anticipated, then we'll see. Okay. It's White Toner. Okay. JC says, thank you so much. A-Dubb, you are inspiration for everything. Printing, embroidery, like you're doing everything, even with screen printing. Oh, man. I want to be you, but the blind, disabled version. JC, I never knew that. Interesting fun fact. That's awesome. Hey, but JC, don't let that discourage you, right? I'm gonna tell you something crazy, right? So, well, it's known on my channel that I am colorblind. Well, I'm not colorblind. I'm color deficient. Like I can see the colors and stuff. I can see the colors all over, right? But certain shades of certain colors look similar to me, right? Like greens and certain shades of greens and browns, certain shades of reds and browns. Anyway, so my girlfriend tells me that my other senses are heightened because of my deficiency as far as colors are concerned. I'm a master at sniffing things out, and my sense of hearing is like, I don't know, it's better. My sense of smell and my sense of hearing is like better than the average, I guess. I don't know. It's just normal to me, but so I say that to say you probably have super senses as opposed to people who have all their, functionality. You probably are super at other things. So, and it compensates and it kind of like balances out, kind of, sort of. If I could say that. Doesn't quite, but anyway, let's move on. All right, I'm about to drop the bomb on this one. Levi says, bro, you are not the only one going through it. I tried to clean my print head. Now it won't print at all. Money gone. Sorry to hear that, Levi. Stubborn Bull says, seen that, looks nice, but above me, seen a rhinestone machine. That's pretty cool too. Exactly. See, it never stops. It never stops. That's the next wave that's going to come up, guys. You heard it here first. You heard Stubborn Bull say it. The rhinestone template making machines are going to become a thing in the very, very near future. They're already a thing, but it's not like there's a bunch of companies making them. But pay attention. Pay attention. The rhinestone template making machines are about to be pushed on us, and they're about to roll out very, very soon. So, be prepared for that. And if that's something that you're interested in, then start setting your money to the side right now. You probably don't want to buy the first one that's released, but definitely pay attention to the technology, and Yeah, that's the next thing rolling out. But guys, I got to go upstairs and pack because I can't talk. Because weirdly enough, in the headphones, I'm delayed a little bit and it's killing me. So let me take these off. But I got to go upstairs and pack because after the Union Night event, we're flying to Cancun for my brother's wedding. Hence the shirts that I made. Groomsmen. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool shirts right here. You guys like this design in the chat? Let me know if you like this design. Here's and they're printed on comfort colors. All right, these are for the groomsmen. I'm not one of the groomsmen. No shade to my brother. I'm not one of the groomsmen. Like, no, it's okay. But yeah. So Friday morning, flying to Cancun. We're gonna do some videos while I'm in Cancun. I'm gonna give you guys a Cancun experience. So we're gonna come on there. Crafty Puerto Rican, what is going on? How are you doing? Crafty Puerto Rican was down there at Deco Summit partying with us. Crafty Puerto Rican was dancing on a dance floor. It was crazy. Crafty Puerto Rican, we saw you shaking, shake. So shout out to you. Had a ball with you, Crafty Puerto Rican. It was good finally meeting you in person and seeing you in person. We had a ball down at Deco Summit, didn't we? Didn't we have a ball in Deco Summit, Crafty Puerto Rican? I think we should pay more attention to the white toners is the way to go. I mean, only reason why I'm emphasizing them so much is because they're just reliable. And I think before we couldn't tell everybody to go all in on white toners, we really need to show the proper way to use them. And we also have to show what else they can do besides just shirt making, right? When I say the proper way to use them, I mean all the other capabilities that they have, as well as how to properly rasterize so you can maximize the longevity and you can maximize their full capability as far as when it comes to how to get the most out of a print, right? And how to properly print and understand. Because when you understand how to rasterize, you can look at certain images and you can determine, okay, this company wants this customer wants this on a shirt. Okay, I got a white toner transfer printer, I got an embroidery machine, and I got a DTF printer or a DTG printer. Okay, which method would be the best for the customer and which method would be the most efficient for me? And when you have options and you understand each process and you understand what the customer wants, you can determine and you understand how all the methods work, you can determine which would be the best. And in some cases, if a customer gives you an image and you can make it even better by rasterizing it a certain way, it can create an effect and the customer might be more than happy with what they got. And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about tomorrow. I'll get close up on one particular shirt that I have in my mind from before when I was up there, and I'll show you guys. But guys, I gotta go. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go live tomorrow. So let me put Crafty Puerto Ricans comment on there. We should pay more attention to white toner. I agree. And JC says, amazing designs, keep it. I have some amazing designs, keep it up. I have some places, cool places. Go in Cancun, also travel agency market. Oh, that's amazing. You do a bunch of stuff, man. Maximus says, okay, thanks, A-Dubb. I have the MT1501. Cool. Crafty Puerto Rican says, hey, Alan, I had a lot of fun at Deco Summit. Go into your toolbox and see what's the best tool for the job. Exactly. Couldn't have put it better myself. I got to adjust this so it goes onto the screen better. But guys, thank you so much for joining in with the live stream tonight. I'll see you guys on the next video, and stay tuned for tomorrow's festivities, and stay tuned over the weekend. Maybe I'll go live from Cancun, or maybe I'll just get some footage and I'll do a live while I'm in my hotel room and show you guys, you know, some of the accommodations and stuff like that to get you guys some beach views and some shots of the wedding, some shots of the guys wearing the shirts that I made today on the DTG machine. And go over to my Instagram page and check out my stories, and you guys can see the DTG machine up close and personal printing. And I also have some footage on it that I didn't play on this video, but I'll make a separate video showing it. All right, so stay tuned for that, and talk to you guys on the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video out with your friends. Talk to you guys later.